Hi everybody, this is Shehbaz Shair and you're watching your favorite program, All of Your Business. In All of Your Business, we talk about economy and major developments happening across the country and across the globe. Without any further delay, let's speak to our guest, Mr. Mitab Haider. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
Sir, are you enjoying this dry winter?
Yes,
of
course.
We all are hoping that rain happens soon.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Sir, my first question to you is this: IMF's executive board meets today to review Pakistan's loan, that is about $1.2 billion. So what do you think is coming ahead?
I think IMF Executive Board is all set to grant approval for completion of second review and release of third tranche under the Extended Fund Facility Program of IMF, which is about $7 billion. But there is another important development, and that is the IMF is going to grant its assent for the climate finance under the RSF. And Pakistan is going to receive $200 million on this account.
Right.
So in totality, Pakistan is going to receive $1.2 billion from the IMF during this ongoing week. And it will help Pakistan to improve or jack up its foreign exchange reserves in a substantial way. Pakistan has already materialized all the conditionalities attached to it, and one of the prior action was releasing of Governance and Corruption Diagnostic Assessment Report, which Pakistan released few days back.
Right. So as a layman, as a common citizen of Pakistan, I have lots of questions regarding this, that what would happen after if we are able to ace this tranche? What would happen to the inflation? What would happen to the economy?
Actually, this release of tranche will further boost the confidence that IMF is standing behind Pakistan. But now this is the time when Pakistan will have to move towards stabilizing the economy on one side, and now Pakistan will have to move towards growth trajectory, but growth trajectory in such a manner which doesn't create imbalances. Because whenever Pakistan moves towards higher trajectory of growth, it resulted into creating imbalances on internal and external front of the economy. So this time we will have to do something else, that this doesn't create any imbalances on the economic front. But Pakistan will have to move towards the growth trajectory, because without growth there will be no job opportunities, there will be no dent on poverty. And Pakistanis requires some breathing space, especially the Pakistan's economic sector, because whenever there will be higher growth, it will help to bring prosperity in lives of common Pakistanis. And without that, we will not be able to do it.
Right. Sir, we have spoken a lot about the power sector of Pakistan and how power crises are there in our country. Having said that, the PM Shehbaz has okayed projects to ensure uninterrupted power for Gilgit-Baltistan and Gwadar.
I think GB and Gwadar are the most important and key and strategic areas of Pakistan. We are trying to develop Gwadar because the Chinese have invested heavily. They have already constructed an airport. So there are two important aspects to fully develop Gwadar. One is this electricity, and the second one is the clean drinking water. Because without these two amenities, or two basic necessities, there is no possibility to bring investment. There is an special economic zone, there is airport, there is a port, but now these basic necessities of life or necessities for industries in terms of electricity as well as clean drinking water will help to boost investment in Gwadar. And then it will become another major hub of this country.
Right, right. So Punjab has approved 9.4 billion rupees wildlife restoration and ecotourism projects. So this is going to add a lot to Pakistan's value.
Of course, because this wildlife development as well as eco-tourism is very important. And you know, Punjab's Minister for Tourism and as well as Culture, she is doing a lot to promote tourism in Punjab. I personally witnessed that they have initiated some key projects. For instance, they are going to establish a tourism force to ensure protection of the sites of the tourist resorts as well as to ensure safety and security for the foreign tourists. So it is a very important development. For instance, they have already approved a heritage city plan for Texla because that is the major center for Buddhist religion, and they are going to develop it. But this important project will help to improve wildlife as well as ecotourism in Punjab. And there are certain sites in Punjab which can be developed, and Pakistan can earn multi-million dollars through these potential tourist sites.
So what are the challenges in this?
There are certain challenges. For instance, first of all, there is a need to build the required infrastructure on all those sites, and the second is the safety and security of all those who are visiting Pakistan.
Right. So another major development, that bulk of NAB recoveries are not in the form of cash, but in the form of assets and land. So what would you like to say about that?
Actually, you know, there was a perception that after the latest amendments in NAB law, that it had become a redundant organization. But they have focused on this recovery of assets. And they have made major progress in this regard. I think according to the latest reports, they have recovered the assets and lands to the tune of 9 trillion rupees. It's a big amount because in the IMF's Governance and Corruption Diagnostic Assessment Report, they have given the figure of 5.3 trillion. But according to the latest reports, NAB has recovered almost 9.3 trillion rupees assets and lands. And I can give you an example. For instance, Pakistan Railways, they have state-owned land of almost 68,000 acres. And major chunk of that land was occupied or in the not in the under the domain or jurisdiction of the Pakistan Railways. Though this state-owned land, which has been recovered by the NAB, it's a significant development because with this land, now this gives you an opportunity to develop it and use it for commercial purposes.
That's a very important development.
That is very, very important development because it is also question of the writ of the state. When it is the land and assets of the state, it should be in the hands of the SOEs or in the public sector. But there is a need to develop it and develop it for the commercial purposes.
Right. Thank you so much, sir.
Always welcome.
That was all for today. If you want us to talk about some specific topic and some specific economic development, do let us know in the comments. Till then, keep watching All of Your Business. This is Shehryar signing out.